cents. And Bruce McAvaney, I believe you've got a horse to watch in the University Meet Handicap Race. 45, 10, 325, Quinella 23.95, and the trifecta $1,027.15. They're only a couple of moments away from the start in the next event at Adelaide. This is the Eastern Court Graduation, First Division, 3-year-olds and upwards. And let's have a look. Mr. Rubble is at 2.80 cents. Let's go now to Ron Paps. They've jumped Adelaide.
Start Sydney made one of the best away from Be a Gambler, prominent in the early part too. Was All Time High, who's going up to put some pressure on, and Costly Illusion, Tears for Fears were close handy. Just in behind them, Bold Imagination from Comerham Park, and getting back along the inside now is King's Rule, who finds the rail. Inside of World News, Vane Dudley's in that division too, and now easing just in behind them as I speak. There's another one trapped up on the outside of horses, and they were followed by Gaelic Conqueror. And last of all, as they work onto the side of the course with 1,000 to go, that one up out deep was Mr. Rubble. Back towards the tail of the field is True Finish. Stringing on the side of the course now, where the leader is Costly Illusion, works its way to the front. A length and a half, now 2 lengths to Sydney Made on the inside of All Time High, Kingmaker. A length and a half, Tears for Fears, close enough if good enough. Be a Gambler was next. Comerham Park moving around them with Bold Imagination. Mr. Rubble biding his time. World News, it's inside, and then 3 lengths away to King's Rule. In that division too was True Finish, and also back behind those with Vane Dudley second last, Gaelic Conqueror. On the swing for home, the grey Costly Illusion led by a half. Coming at it All Time High, Kingmaker around Sydney Made, Tears for Fears, Comerham Park. Mr. Rubble a fair way back with World News and Be a Gambler. Now they come to the 200-metre mark, and All Time High heads off the other one, Costly Illusion. Kingmaker runs after it now, and they were followed by Mr. Rubble coming late. All Time High in front, Kingmaker can't get it. Comerham Park and Mr. Rubble are slugging away, but it's All Time High in front. Kingmaker makes a dive, misses. All Time High, I think, has won narrowly from Kingmaker. Third might be Comerham Park with Tears for Fears and Mr. Rubble and Bold Imagination. They were followed then by World News, followed by Gaelic Conqueror, Costly Illusion, Be a Gambler, King's Rule, Sydney Made, Vane Dudley and True Finish.
5, 3 and 4 in Adelaide race 6 past the post. Number 5 was All Time High, number 3 Kingmaker, and number 4 Comerham Park. That was race 6 in Adelaide. The openers on race 7. The Quinella, $6.15, trifecta $91.75, and the running double 3 and 2, $8.25. From Cheltenham race 6, 5 All Time High, $5.50 and 135, 3 Kingmaker, $1.20, 4 Comerham Park, 80 cents, Quinella, $38.45, quite a healthy one, and the trifecta, only $160.70. Moving behind.
Now, General Elect set. Imperial, the rails, away they go. Prince Gano a bit slow again today, as he was at Sandown, and Game Trees is absolute last as they settle. The hurdler Lord Vegas is going to lead from Gold Deck, and Delphi Dazzle and Forgeman going quickly with keepers. General Elect Trap deep, Just the Shape, Imperial, Prince Gano recovered. A length and a half, Pure Shake, 2 to Cold Sweat, and 2 lengths away last Game Trees. Up by the mile, and Lord Vegas a length and a half, Forgeman, General Elect 3 deep, keepers the centre, Delphi Dazzle the rail. Gold Deck a length further back, Just the Shape, Imperial, 1 to Prince Gano, 3 Cold Sweat, Pure Shake, and 3 to Game Trees. 12 lengths covered them at the 1400. Lord Vegas a length and a quarter, Forgeman, General Elect still 3 deep, keepers the centre, Delphi Dazzle the rail. Gold Deck the inside, a half, Just the Shape, a length, Imperial, 1 to Prince Gano, 2 to Cold Sweat, a half, Pure Shake, and 2 to Game Trees. 1100 out. Lord Vegas led 3/4 of a length, and second placing Forgeman the outside. 1 length away, General Elect's had no luck. Delphi Dazzle's had the run of the race. Keepers travelling all right, a length. Gold Deck handy. Just the Shape. Here's Prince Gano 3 deep around them. Imperial the rail, a length further back on the field. Cold Sweat, Pure Shake, and 3 to Game Trees. 800 metres out. Lord Vegas a neck, Forgeman, General Elect 3 deep. Prince Gano's tucked in behind those horses. Delphi Dazzle in front of it with Just the Shape and Gold Deck and keepers. 1 to Cold Sweat, a length further back, Imperial, Pure Shake, and 2 to Game Trees. On the turn, 6 lengths first to last. And Lord Vegas led. Delphi Dazzle's going to try and get a rails run. Forgeman and then General Elect, Gold Deck. Prince Gano out very wide. Keepers tucked in behind them and Pure Shake. Delphi Dazzle got the split at the 300. Lord Vegas led a length. Delphi Dazzle, Gold Deck. Keepers running on pretty well. Prince Gano out wide. Gold Deck's taken a narrow lead from Lord Vegas at the distance. Keepers running on strongly. Gold Deck about a neck in front. Lord Vegas kicking back hard. Gold Deck and Lord Vegas from Keepers. Gold Deck just shading Lord Vegas. They're going to hit it, and Gold Deck's won. Just beaten Lord Vegas and Keepers, Delphi Dazzle. Then Prince Gano, Cold Sweat, General Elect. Further back, Game Trees, Pure Shake, Imperia, and Last Forgeman. Past the post, 4.93, the time 2.4.1. This will get it Gold Deck. Just worried the other one out of it, Lord Vegas. Lord Vegas ran a very cheeky race. He refused to give in. And Keepers has run his best race for some time. Strange with horses. Wholesome and Keepers have both been out of form of late. They both won here last year in their respective races, and today they've struck a bit of form, both being placed, and they both might be on the way back.
5 and 3 Keepers, $1.30. The Quinella, $161.15. The Trifecta, $2,055.30. The running double 2 and 4, $10.80, and the Quadrella 6, 3, 2, 4, $560.90. The daily double 3 and 4, $16.85. Bruce McAvaney's got a horse to watch.
It sits back. Swanky See, the roughie on the inside, off. Beautiful start at the end of 100. Max Treasure just in front of True Reason and Card Shark. Bigamy going up looking for the front spot and will just get it now. A couple of lengths behind that pack is Latest Word, Ferris King, Wider Out Sea Swell, a length Riverdale and Iceland Prince, and 2 Swanky See. 1,200 to go now. Bigamy by 2 lengths on Card Shark. On the inside, third is True Reason, a bit more than a length to Max Treasure. Sea Swell 3 wide. Latest Word on the inside. Then Ferris King, Iceland Prince, Riverdale, and 2.5 to Swanky See. Around the first bend, and Bigamy increasing his lead on Card Shark to 3.5 lengths. The inside third, True Reason. 1 Sea Swell, a length and a quarter, Latest Word, and then comes on the outside Max Treasure, 2 Ferris King, and then Iceland Prince. Second last is Riverdale, and 3 lengths to Swanky See. Bigamy down by the 700, 3 lengths Card Shark, a neck the inside True Reason, 3 or 4 Sea Swell. Another 3 lengths to Latest Word as they're really strung out from Max Treasure, Ferris King, Iceland Prince, Riverdale, and the roughies tailed off, and that's Swanky See, homeward bound. Card Shark goes after Bigamy. Third on the inside is True Reason, and then Sea Swell. At the 300 metres, Cassidy about to flick the whip at Bigamy. Card Shark second, True Reason the inside, and then Sea Swell, but Bigamy down by the 200 metres, a length and 3/4 on True Reason and Card Shark. True Reason out after Bigamy now. At the 100, Bigamy still shows the way from True Reason. He's coming quickly. True Reason, will he make it? No, he won't. It's 5 for Cassidy, I believe. Bigamy a nose, True Reason, and third home in the event was Card Shark, followed by Sea Swell, Ferris King, Latest Word, Riverdale, Max Treasure, and the last 2 in Iceland Prince and Swanky See.
What an unbelievable performance there by Jim Cassidy on Bigamy there. In race 7, he's ridden 5 winners today out of 7 races, and Bruce, tremendous performance because he's got into awful trouble in the last event. He decided to set the pace in this one and just held on with the lightweight.
It's a brilliant jockey, Tony. I know that you know Jimmy pretty well, and you've admired him over the years, and he's a wonderful jockey. He's ridden 5 today, as you say, and he's now joined Gavin Duffy as the leading rider in Sydney with 25 winners for the season, and he's also in the leading riders in Melbourne. Jim's ridden 8 winners here in Melbourne this season, so what a great jockey he is. There the opening.
True Reason, Bruce, I guess the protest would have to be in the last 50 metres.
Yes, Tony, I must say that I didn't notice anything, but there was very little between the 2 horses. They were racing close to one another, and the margin's very short, so we're only guessing that, but, you know, I didn't notice anything at the time, I must say.
I think that the official word is that the protest is over the last 50 metres of the race.
Spring Serenade in the early part from going up Norland's Pride, Benders, Slasher Jack, Intrigue, back that cat. All Regent saves some ground on the inside by pushing through on the rail. Miss Maynard next, followed by Expect to Welcome Colombo Club. They're last of the main body. 3 lengths away behind them then came the Stockman. Further back with it was Norland's Pride, who's got back in the field, and Girdwood's one of the last. So they shape up to run down the side, off the far side of the course, and here the leader is Benders narrowly. Running towards the 850, shows out by a half La Damas. Lady Fatina runs up to third. La Damas now goes back on the inside at dusk ahead of it. Intrigue around them, and then came Miss Maynard. Back that cat joining All Regent. Now moving around the outside is Slasher Jack, but I think he's 3 deep he is. Further back, Expect to Welcome Colombo Club as back that cat dropped back. Norland's Pride, Girdwood, and at the tail is the Stockman. So they work towards the home turn, and here out wide on the track, Letsy's Let Intrigue go, and it's dashed up to go to the front. From At Dusk on the inside, Benders and All Regent can't get a run. Then La Damas to the outside, and they were followed further back then by, in the inside, is Expect a Welcome. With them, Benders followed further back out wide by Miss Maynard, and they were followed by, on the extreme outside, Spring Serenade, but it's Intrigue clear. Back that cat runs the second with Laudamus. Intrigue is stopping. Back that cat is flying. Intrigue hammered to the line. Will get there, I think. It will. Narrowly. Back that cat second. Third was Miss Maynard. Slasher Jack a nice fourth from Laudamus or Regent At Dusk and Expect a Welcome. They were followed then by Spring Serenade. Further back, Lady Patina, Colombo Club, Girdwood. Norland's Pride out wide ahead of a couple of those. Benders and the long last at the tail, the Drover, the Stockman.
Look like 1, 3 and 13 across the line at Cheltenham. We'll just check them. Yes, number 1, Intrigue. Number 3, Back That Cat. And number 13 was third, Miss Maynard. Now, the 8th event in Adelaide is 5 3 keepers, 130. Quinella, 161.15. Trifecta, $2,055.30. Running double 2 and 4, $10.80. And just a reminder too that in Sydney, the protest is continuing. We were going to have a look at the last 50 metres of the event. But first, we'll have a look at Cheltenham. These are the interim dividends. 1, Intrigue, 315 and 85. Looks like they could be official. Back That Cat, 160. Miss Maynard, 105. Quinella, 24.10. Trifecta, $405.05. And the Daily Double 1 and 1, $7.65. Rosehill Race 7, 10 Bigamy, 185 and 90. 1 True Reason, $1. 5 Card Shark, 95 cents. That, of course, is if the protest is dismissed. Let's have...
Light on racing. Away they go. Above deck last to begin. Consummate slow. Jimbo a bit slow, and Mighty Kayru. Courtside away well. Beau Curia and Theatre Go going very fast in the early stages with Mondo Et and also Main Speaker. Seratino, Brilliant Invasion. Well back Consummate. Back with it is Foxley, and above deck behind them with Mighty Kayru. Raj Quartet just in front of those as Foxley was checked, and Jimbo's a length away in last placing. Up past the 1,000 and Theatre Go a half. Mondo Et a length. The Beau Curia a nice run. Ahead away Main Speaker on the outside. Raj Quartet 3 deep around Brilliant Invasion, and Courtside getting a good run. A length to Foxley, 1 further back Seratino. Then Consummate a length and a half above deck Mighty Kayru and Jimbo last. 12 lengths cover them at the 700. Mondo Et going very well outside Theatre Goer. Beau Curia's had a nice run, and Courtside Justin behind them with Main Speaker in front of it. Raj Quartet. Foxley hooked out. Consummate above deck very wide. In the straight, Mondo Et, Theatre Goer together about a length. Main Speaker, Raj Quartet. Beau Curia in behind them. Courtside with a good run above deck, giving them too big a start, I feel. Mondo Et about a length to Main Speaker. Courtside, Raj Quartet above deck starting to fly. Mondo Et tackled by Courtside with 100 to go. Courtside's gone up and joined Mondo Et from Beau Curia. Mondo Et tackled by Courtside. Courtside, Mondo Et, they hit it together. Oh, this is a bob. I reckon Courtside maybe a nose. Mondo Et a thrilling finish. Beau Curia the outside behind those horses. Main Speaker, Raj Quartet. Consummate out wide above deck, Brilliant Invasion. Seratino, Jimbo. One of the last, Foxley, Theatre Goer and Mighty Kayru. Very good finish. I fancy Courtside in a bob of the head. And you can see they've hit it together. And there is nothing in this at all, with Mondo Et fighting back very strongly on the inside. Magnificent finish. Courtside was going to beat him all the way up the straight. Mondo Et, he's flat out here. Gary Murphy riding for dear life. Michael Clark on Courtside. And there's no betting here. He's going to go past him and beat him a neck. He's got level. He's got a half head in front. Michael's had to stop riding because he's hanging in. And right on the line, Mondo Et's kicked back, and it's developed into a bob of the head. And as I said, as they hit the line, Courtside, if anything, but it is desperately close. And whichever horse bobs right will get the photo. 1:23.5 the time.
Go. The last protest, second against first, alleging interference over the concluding stages of the race. G. Murphy, the rider of Mondo Et, has protested against Courtside being declared the winner on the grounds of alleged interference over the concluding stages of the race. The winning margin was a short half head with a length between second and third.
Well, that's interesting. $1 Mondo at $1.25, Bocuria $2.10, Quinella $14.15, Trifecta $3.75.45, all interim as we say. The double, the running double, $28.40, and the quad extra, $559.95, 3.242. But a protest at this stage, second against first for interference in the concluding stages of the race.
185 and 85, One True Reason, $1, 5 Card Shark 95, the Quinella 6.85, Trifecta $36.55, and the Daily Double 3 and 10 paid $4.50. They're moving in now, so let's go up for the lucky last in Sydney. Looking at the tote, Steve's Return 285, Mighty Pat 555, Red Sails 535, Hot Zephyr, it's unbelievable, 15 to 1 in the paper yesterday. Cassidy is on it, and I guess everyone wants to see Cassidy. 290 now showing. Bay of Plenty's the favourite. They want to see Cassidy see if he can win his 6th race at Rosehill today. He's won 5 out of 7. Bay of Plenty is at $1.60. Rama King at $7 and Maggie Ann at $7.10. If we go over the page, Private Image is showing $8. And then Truth at $15.65. There's an omen bet for Ron, if he's got any money left. Rosalini, $23.15. Scratch, 13, 14, 15 and 18. $20 if you like Nullarbor Prince, and 17 Black Gemini, $69.65. Not a bad Quinella, that one. Let's go now up to Ian Craig in Sydney as we await the outcome of the final event, which is
13 of them competing, and Bay of Plenty the favourite. Nigel Tarley aboard, unsuccessful in the protest in the previous. Nigel, will he have better fortune here? Well, time will tell. Just some shuffling from a wide position, and away they go. And the last on the programme, Red Sails amongst the best away, commencing nicely Private Image, and here's Hot Zephyr looking for the lead and gets it. At the end of 250, Hot Zephyr, a half-length Bay of Plenty, third Private Image, and then Steve's Return. Going quickly is Maggie Ann, and Red Sails around the outside of the field. A link to Mighty Pat and Rama King, Nullarbor Prince and Black Gemini, followed by Sir Valentino and Truth, and Rossellini last of all. Going to the side at the 700, Steve's Return, the leader now. 3/4 of a length on Maggie Ann. Bay of Plenty third from Red Sails, and then comes Rama King, who's posted very wide. One Hot Zephyr shuffled back a little, and then comes Private Image as they near the home corner. A length and a half away next on the outside, going very deep, Black Gemini. Nullarbor Prince lost ground over Mighty Pat. Sir Valentino. Rossellini's a long way from them, and the same can be said for Truth. Straightening up, Steve's Return the leader. Red Sails second. Bay of Plenty gets out now, and here's Bay of Plenty going after Steve's Return. Red Sails sticking on and looking for the gap is Hot Zephyr. Now Hot Zephyr gets the split. Cassidy has taken Hot Zephyr to the lead. He's looking for 6. Hot Zephyr in front from Red Sails, and Sir Valentino flying. Hot Zephyr in front. Yes, Cassidy's made it 6 wins for the day. Hot Zephyr has beaten the flying Nullarbor Prince. Third home Red Sails. Sir Valentino just died on his runner shade from Rama King, Bay of Plenty, Mighty Pat, Steve's Return, Rossellini, Black Gemini, Maggie Ann Truth.
6:16 and 3 past the post at Rosehill. Hot Zephyr, Jake Cassidy makes it 6 out of 8. And Bruce, I know, but Michael Clark's a marvellous jockey down here, but there's a freak jockey, that Jake Cassidy, and he certainly, if anyone jumped on the bandwagon, which I'm sure they did because it was well supported, he did well then.
Marvellous ride in the last turn. He had no chance at the 200, took a split in the straight, and the horse grabbed his way all up the straight. He hung. Cassidy, absolutely brilliant. What a rider. 6 out of 8. Let's take a break and be back with more shortly.
To go Adelaide. By Fire Vane. There's a crowding fill behind them. By goodness me, something's going to give. There's not much room for Foolish Notion, and Shiatsu pushing through. Then came Engraver. Over on the outside, Mr. Dance Man going up there with it. Indian Ruby, followed by Fire Vane, who's taken wide. English Gypsy Classic Man running to the 200, followed by Moss Malad dropping back. Then came Live in Fear, Dumbrick on Cardi Repeat and Ruin Trees, but Mighty Seymour punched out as the leader. Here's Indian Ruby coming out of the pack now, and down the outside, Je Le Parti, but it's Mighty Seymour in front, and Mighty Seymour for the money. Second is Indian Ruby. Third, I'm not sure about. My Vow flashed up with on the outside, Je Le Parti, and Shiatsu, a line of 3. Foolish Notion just behind them. Engraver, Calm Glow, English Gypsy, Classic Man, Fire Vane running on. In that division, Mossmore Lad followed then by, in behind that division came Let's see, in that pack, Yasama, and also all is Crystal, pulling up quickly, living
3-8 in a photo in the lucky last at Adelaide. 3-8 in a photo. Number 3, Mighty Seymour. Number 8, Indian Ruby, a photo for third. Back to you, Bruce, at Flemington.
Yes, a close one there for third, Tony, on the last. Let's quickly have a look at the details today at Flemington. The first race on the program, and the winner here with Byfleet in a spectacular crash was D'Angelo at 9-1, and the Quinella was $16 on 1-5-12. Race 2 open to offers, heavily back, 13-8 favourite to beat Stay Afloat 7-4. It was 3-1-9. In the third, glowing tribute at 7's, the first of a double for Clark and Hayes. Ascendant Man, the favourite at 7-4 on 10-8. Race 4. 6-1-3, Doug's Hope 9-2, Dashing Kiwi 7's, be reasonable favourite 7-4. The fifth, Stable Gossip 9-4 favourite, Mouton 3's, result of the protest coming to a hand, Luther's Luck 14's. Race 6, Peckham Guess 8's, Mandator 7-2, Wholesome 14's. Race 7, and it was Gold Deck 11-2. Now, dismiss the protest. Gold Deck 11-2, Lord Vegas 125s, and Keepers 8's. And in the last, they stand, the protest dismissed, Courtside 7-1, Mondo at 6's, and Beau Courier 10-1. Let's take a break and we'll be back after this.
We're a Del Monte.
54.65 in the trifecta, $1,203.10. 6 winners there to Jim Cassidy today at Cheltenham. Race 8. Information available there, not quite as yet. It was 3-8 in a photo. That ends a great day's racing, Bruce, and good calling today, certainly in the last.
Thanks, Tony. Actually, in Adelaide, it's 3.25 and 1.15, 85 second, 2.15 third. The Quinella on 3 and 8 is 5.45, and the trifecta is $154.95, and the extra double is $30.70. So that's the results in Adelaide. It's been a marvellous day. Jim Cassidy topping it off with 6 winners in Sydney, and some very, very good finishes here in Melbourne. That's it for 10 for the racing year. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've had some marvellous racing. On behalf of everybody out here and the crew back at Channel 10, it's a very good night.